Hey guys, my wife just showed me a video of Chris Crocker, and he's gone off of YouTube and is now primarily on Facebook because he got tired of the trolls on YouTube and that kind of stuff. So he's now doing videos on just Facebook, and he posted a video yesterday about the shooting in Oregon. And all he said in his video yesterday was, stop thinking about the loss of your rights and start thinking about the loss of the lives. That's all he said. And today he posted a video that I just finished watching of him saying, you know, all the people that basically was yelling at him in his comments about, hey, you know, we have the right to own guns, and, you know, we have this right and all these things, and we should stop arguing about it and start working on compromising, because it's not one way or the other. There's some medium in the middle that we can all come to an agreement to. And I completely agree with him, I think. But the issue at stepping back from the current issue is this right to believe that we have these rights. And most of people's opinions come from one of two places. They either come from what we are told or what we have learned from being told. You know, you can listen to someone else's opinion and either agree with it because, yeah, you know, the people that you're listening to have the same opinions that you do, or you can listen to someone's opinion and then go on your own and find some more information out and make your own opinion based on that too. And I think 90% of the issue right now is the media. The media portrays one stance or the other. You know, everybody likes to point at Fox News for being completely conservative. And I completely agree, and I think Fox News is a complete waste of time. Not because of the things that they say is wrong, but they are one side of the news. But you can't just watch Fox News and think you're going to get a balanced view of an issue. The same thing goes with CNN. You know, you can't watch only CNN or NBC or those type of places because they are media. They have an agenda, and that agenda isn't to give you the correct information. It is to make money, because that is what they are in business for. They are in business to make money off of ad revenue because you watch it. So they are going to give you things that they think you are going to enjoy watching, not the balanced, straight in the middle information. Watch them both, come to a conclusion, and meet in the middle. So currently we had the recent shooting in Oregon at a community college, and the thing was, well, if we had stricter gun laws, the guy wouldn't have been able to get guns. And then the other side is criminals are always going to be able to get guns if they're legal or not. The truth is in the middle. One, the community college was not a gun-free zone. You had the right to carry a weapon on campus if you were legally able to do so. You had the right, if you had a gun carry permit, you could carry a gun on campus. The issue with that is it is a community college. Most of the people going there were under 18 and or around that, except the professors, who are, let's be honest, most teachers at a university level are probably liberals. Just to be honest, it's how it is. And they're not going to own a gun, you know. It's just how it is. You know, yes, you do find those, you know, very slim minority teachers who have a mind of their own and are a little bit more in center than left or right. But so there's this area that, yes, was a you had the right to have a gun there, but the people there weren't old enough to have guns. So you had
But there was no purpose of it in a community college. Like,
well,
whether it was an open carry or not.
Let's talk about this open carry situation though. If we had a guy, okay, this guy was actually, I don't want to, I haven't looked up this guy's information, because the more you start looking at the person who did it, you lose focus on the victims. Okay, I believe there should be people who are focusing on how, like, why did this guy go crazy? Why did this guy shoot up? You know, what was his level? You know, that's their job. But I think the media needs to stay away from that, or you start to victimize your true victims lose the focus that they need to. You know, those who were shot, the families of those who were shot, and you start focusing in on the
oh, he has bipolar. Oh, he has schizophrenia.
Yeah,
oh,
it becomes everybody who's schizophrenic and you start losing the focus of the true conversation, which is guns aren't the problem, people are the problem. You know, but we go back to we go back to if a sane person with a carrying permit was at that campus at the time the shooting started, we wouldn't have as many problems or as many casualties. Okay, if the guy who charged the gunman who took 7 bullets through the fucking chest and survived had a gun on him, he wouldn't have charged. He would have pulled the gun out, he would have probably discharged his weapon, and he would have been touted as a fucking hero. Actually, probably what would have happened is the whole thing would have been swept under the liberal media, and we would have never have heard about it because a gun saved the day. Okay, let's talk about this. Yeah, I tried to go to a website yesterday afternoon that had a chart of U.S. casualties from terrorism since 2001 to U.S. casualties from gun violence since 2001, and I couldn't get to the website because the website was down, which made me think whatever was there was bullshit to begin with. But for the chart that I saw, was gun violence was all the way up here and U.S. terrorism was like down here. First of all, that's bullshit, because I don't want to talk about U.S. terrorism casualties. I'm going to talk about world terrorism casualties, okay? If you want to talk about things that are in the U.S. that are fucked up right now, let's talk about U.S. violence versus U.S. violence, okay? Terrorism is a worldwide problem, okay? U.S. gun violence is a U.S. gun violence problem. You are comparing apples to oranges, so shut up, okay? Second of all, you take the guns away from those who have the legal rights to carry them, criminals will still find weapons. Look at China, look at the UK, look at the countries who have decided to completely ban weapons, and you tell me if they still don't have a criminal element who is still using guns. Okay, you are removing the ability of not just me being able to defend my family, but me being able to defend my community and those around me. That's another thing we need to stop worrying about as well. You need to get your heads out of your asses and stop talking about, oh, I have the right to defend my family. No, you have the right to defend your fucking neighborhood. The people who live on your street, even the asshole beside you who never takes his garbage bins in, that you can't stand, who blows his leaves over onto your yard every fucking fall, defend his ass too. Because the moment we start defending the people that we can't fucking stand is the moment we start realizing that, hey, we're all fucking humans. And I'm gonna stop because I'm getting nasty. I'm getting heated. Ah! Coffee's kicking in. Medicines are wearing off. So, I also love... Where you go? Oh, she's asleep.